My name is Yasmin Adbu, aka Yas or Yazi, and I'm a community leader in impactr. Now in today's webinar, I'm going to show you guys how to change the world and save our planet, simply by starting off with changing your mindset, because that's what I've done, and now I'm starting to implement some real change. So, your key learning objectives for today are 1. How to shift your mindset towards a more optimistic one. 2. How to create, launch, and share your own campaign. 3. How to become an activist, or as we like to call them, an impactr activators. So climate change. Some like to blame the oil company, some blame politics. I mean, even could be Donald Trump, to be honest. But in reality, and this is what people don't see very often, it's actually our consumption. It's consumerism, driven by our own insecurities, thriving upon us aspiring to be more than who we are. Buying things, using things, making things we don't necessarily need or even want. In the past 16 years, all I've done was continuously dismiss the idea of being more eco-friendly. Why? Because I simply believed it wasn't my responsibility, it was someone else's. I mean, I believe no matter what I do, I would never make such a huge difference. I mean, I'm one person. What happens if I replace my plastic straw with a metal one? How many fish would I save then? How many turtles would I save if I replace my plastic bag with a reusable one? Reality is, we Zoomers, although super pessimistic, are actually more powerful than most people think. We're the most active generation in history. We've stood up to a range of hot topics and issues such as racism, inequality, climate change. But if we keep painting the future as a planet on fire, then that's exactly where we're going to head off. That's exactly where we're going. But if we focus our disenchantment on painting an aspirational eco-utopia, we'll start to see that as our final destination and make it our new reality. Now, what caused the shift for me was being part of impactr. I'll tell you a bit more about that later, but for now, I'm going to tell you it's youth-led, and it certainly empowered me to make a difference and take action, and help me unleash my own power. The team's incredible enthusiasm and optimism I found quite contagious, to be honest. The community, the people, super inspiring. And it's the people that you surround yourself with that really affect the way you perceive the outside world. So now that we have our ideal utopia, our vision of the future, what on earth happens next? So we share it. You share it with as many people as you possibly can. You create this network of people that all focus on the same exact goal and help you accomplish it. Now, optimism is just as contagious as pessimism, so it's quite well doable, to be honest. And remember, we don't need everyone to take action. We just need enough to catalyze the change. Remember the 3% golden rule. Use it to create a tipping point. So a vision, a network, and a tipping point. Then comes some fun and some action. impactr, an impact tech company, provided me with all of this. Most importantly, a new outlook and a new perception. Now, yes, our brains are wired into negativity bias, but you know what else is human nature? Neuroplasticity. And this is what people don't hear very often. We focus on the negative stuff. Now, neuroplasticity, we can rewire our brains into positive thinking. So we can change the path of neurons by changing our cortical mapping. We paint our own perspective with whatever we choose to accept. As impactr's community lead, my job is to lead us, young people, into a sustainable, optimistic future. But how are we going to do this? So we're going to make it fun. You're going to make it fun. We inspire each other to take little actions that together add up to a huge collective impact. It's not just taking action. These little actions you can use to unleash your own creativity and authenticity and show it to the rest of the world. So you create trends to save the world. Saving the world while having fun. It doesn't get any better, to be honest. And staying relevant to whom that may concern. Now, 78% of Gen Zers and millennials want to change their lifestyle to a more sustainable one, but only 12% are actively doing something. Now, you're probably thinking small actions don't matter, but they do. They all add up. So back to my example. If we all change to reusable bags rather than plastic bags, we won't save 5, we won't save 10 fish, we won't save 100 fish, we won't save 1,000 fish. We're saving seas, oceans, entire ecosystems. Look at the impact we can make together. And remember, you don't have to be an influencer to make an influence. Gen Zers are the biggest influencer of household decisions. I mean, just look at the USA. Generation Z influenced 90% of household decisions just in the US. So imagine what we can do as collectively, as a whole species. Have a think. Young people can help others take actions, the first important steps. We can help our parents, our grandparents, our neighbors, the baby boomers too. Change their pension fund, change their electricity provider, buy a smart meter, turn down their thermostat, change their product decisions in the supermarket. We can do so much. Because the knowledge and capacity of young people on this planet is the tool to unlocking systematic change, and it starts at everyday level. At home, at school, at the workplace, we can help bring the light to the tangible options and alternatives that already exist, and those who care and can afford it can easily adopt to it and drive change for the rest of us. Now, Impactr hasn't just changed my outlook. They give me a chance to lead an entire campaign. So what I'm trying to say is any person with any cool idea for a cool campaign can lead it, and Impactr will help you take it to the next level. So here are 3 examples of campaigns we run through the application. But for now, I'm focusing on Flick the Switch. A campaign focusing on everyone changing their electricity provider to a more greener alternative, whether that's 100% green or just the greenest you can find in your area. So, energy sounds boring, but in reality, it doesn't have to be. We make it what we want to make it. We want to make the most out of it, but we want to make it fun so we can engage as much people as we possibly can. So after you flick the switch, you film a celebration video of you literally flicking the switch. But it's not just that. You make it authentic. You do it your way. You give it your touch. And then it goes viral, and Impactr helps you grow it. It gets featured in lots of places. So here are a few examples of what some impactors have done. Some people flicked with a football, others with a boxing jab, a handstand on the sky was a pretty good one, or just a normal flick. And it's easy to take part in this. You can just visit www.flicktheswitch.today, find your country, and follow through the app, and follow through the relevant links, or you can find step-by-step guides on our Insta page. It will proceed through the application upon launch again, so you can create your own challenges, and both you and Impactr can track all the impact you've done. And award prizes accordingly. I mean super cool prizes. Now, energy production contributes to 74% of world emissions. And I'm sure we can cut that by half by the end of, by 2030 in order to meet the UN agenda goals. If we all flick the switch. So, your challenge, go home, or if you're at home, please visit the www.flicktheswitch website today and change your energy provider to a greener one. Now, what inspired Impactr to create Flick the Switch is Australia literally on fire. So I decided to use that as an example to show you how tipping points work and how little actions together contribute to a huge difference. So only 7% of Australia's pension fund can fund an entire changeover to 100% renewable energy. But unfortunately, only 0.7% of that money is sitting in ethical funds. Now, we only need 700,000 to shift their energy fund to a more ethical one. So those funds invested in fossil fuels will then get displaced by the onset of renewables caused by the 7% of the first people. There we go, that's the tipping point. So there we go, that's the tipping point. And the exact same thing applies for electricity accounts, which can drive the same change just from a different angle. And remember, we don't need everyone to switch, just enough to create a tipping point and drive a catalytic shift. And since Generation Z is our main target, I decided to trace them right back to their hotspots, schools. By flipping the hierarchy on its head and making the youth lead was never done before. Sparking joy and hope across the world is well within our reach. So let me tell you my plan. 1 billion students go to school on any given day. So let's stick with facts. Knowing that 78% of that number are willing to change their actions, then that's approximately 780 million people, 780 million changemakers, 780 million superheroes. So if we assign 3 leaders in every school and 3 role models, then we're not only saving the planet, but also nurturing skills, very valuable skills in youth, such as leadership, confidence, and public speaking. In this solution, all of us can be heroes. We are normalizing changing the world with an application, with one simple action, with a button right at your fingertips, and an application right in your pockets. So the solution lies in our pockets. How easy can it get? All you have to do is show passion, like real passion. Hit them with straight facts and share, share, share. Keep sharing your campaign. You've got nothing to lose. This is all you need to be an activator. And yes, it comes with cool benefits as well. Not much of an effort really. A mini to-do list is all you gotta do. And keep doing. So to sign up as an activator, please head to the Impactr website and sign up as an expert. My question is, I always ask myself this question. And I've even asked it to a NASA chief engineer, but didn't get much of an answer. So why are we spending billions every year to look for another habitable planet? Or look for alien life, rather than spending billions to tackle SDGs, like poverty, or even reverse climate change? We can't be certain that there's a habitable planet out there. So why not invest in our own planet to restore it? If we can turn any planet into Earth, then I'm sure we can turn Earth right back into Earth like it was before. And even if we do find life, what are we really trying to achieve? 22.6 billion is the budget of NASA. This year, just this year. But you only need $30 billion a year to solve the world food crisis. 65 million children don't get education, but only 8 million US dollars is needed to educate them. Have a think. In short, what do you think is more important? Saving the certain future or launching into an uncertain one? Our problems are all man-made, right? They can be easily unmade. We don't need a new radical discovery to get us to travel to the next galaxy. We have what we need already. We just need someone to shine the light on it, and that's what impactors for. There's some key things to focus on. Some small stuff, everyday level, that we can all do. And drive shift in a catalytic way. Now, we need to use optimism, positivity, clarity to spark these action-driven shifts. We have come into a time where technology has created such a connectivity that we have never had before, and power to influence, that it's time to use this tool for good and reverse all the harms our ancestors and we are currently doing, and spread change faster than ever. So, sign up for our application launch via our website link, and you'll get exclusive impacts insights on the application. So, it went straight from negativity to optimism. And that's how easy it can get. It's worth a try, and I highly recommend it. It worked for me, and I hope it works for you. All you're gonna do is try. You got nothing to lose. Thank you for watching, people. Remember to sign up for Impactr. I would love to have you as part of our community, and see you on the application soon. Thank you.